I would say welcome back normally, but since this is post Great Reset,
This is
season 1, episode 1.
Current Great Reset.
Yeah, current. We've resetted, changed the game, moved across the country.
The game is different.
The game is mine. I rolled the nickels.
I rolled the nickel. Yeah,
we're starting out the new season by the old season by coding Charles Manson, Jacob Carey.
Is that how we started the first season? Was
Charles Manson? No, this is season 1, episode 1.
Ah, yes.
Because you forgot the convoluted lore that is our podcast. Now that we've moved in together at college forever, most likely, and hopefully don't get sent home.
We're in the dirty woo.
Yep, woo back, baby, as you will.
Worcester, Massachusetts, the armpit of
Massachusetts. Why would you tell everyone our exact location?
Well, it's Worcester. I mean, like, what are they gonna do?
I don't know. I feel like you wore the hello shirt.
I think I wore. It's a great. I know it's a link to Lionel Richie, but it's just a great shirt regardless.
Why are you like questioning Lionel Richie?
No, I'm just saying I'm not like a particular fan of Lionel Richie or like seek out his work. I just appreciate the shirt. It's just a good
design. Like I don't like Flash anymore. I still wear my Star Blab shirt.
Yeah, Flash was falling off big time, which is sad. Because I like the actor Grant Gustin. He did a great job.
Yeah, the Grant Felicity.
Oh, Smoke Show.
Smoke Show, not a good actress.
But no, Caitlyn was the really bad actress.
Yeah, the one. That's what I meant. Caitlyn, aka.
I don't know if she was a smoke
the girl.
Show. Felicity was definitely.
You're cutting me off. The girl from.
Okay, this is why I cut you off.
Yeah,
you're not saying anything.
What's the movie? Is it Superhero High School? No, it's this Disney movie. Sky High.
Yeah.
That's the same girl.
Yeah.
She plays with plants in that one.
And she's slightly better in that movie than she is in all of Flash.
But Kurt Russell's in that movie.
Kurt Russell is in that movie. Is he dead?
No.
Who's dead?
Such a deep question. Who is dead?
What is death, Jake?
I feel like you always ask me very existential questions midway through the pod.
Yeah, I figured new
format,
reset, new me.
Hit me with it right off the bat.
Yeah.
What is death?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Would you say that you're scared of death?
No.
How come?
I mean, it's just a fact. Like, I'm not scared of facts. I'm not like, oh, gravity, like, no.
I mean, well, I feel like you are kind of scared. Like, why would you not be scared by facts? Facts are scary.
I don't think facts are scary.
Maybe not as scary as something that's like mysterious or unknown, because I feel like that's what you get a lot of horror from, is the unknown. But facts could definitely still be scary.
I think this is why we alienate like half our audience for our podcast, because we just went from sky high to this conversation in the fact of like 30 seconds.
I mean, that's how. What kind of conversations are people having? What are they doing? Talking about like Real Housewives? We can talk about that. I'd be down to talk about that.
I think people need to take Adderall to watch our podcast to understand it at the deepest level.
We're in luck because most of our like adolescent population is on psychoactive drugs from their psychiatrist. So this podcast is made for them.
Do you think this is a Zoomer podcast? And what type Zoomer? Type A or type B?
I don't think it's a Zoomer. What generation are we? I know people try and say like the stupidest thing I've heard is like the iGen.
I think we're Gen Z.
Stupid. Maybe.
There was like a 3-year period from like 2000 to 2003 where we just aren't fit into a generation. It's like the 90s were like millennials, and then it's like us, and like after it's Zoomers.
Yeah, and we're not that, but we're also not millennials.
Yeah, we're like that weird.
Which I'm fine with. Honestly, I think it's better to be part of a population that isn't like defined. So
I'm more millennial than I am Zoomer, I feel like.
We're just taking a back seat in history while it's happening.
I'm okay with that. I don't want to be a front seater.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to be making the decisions.
I don't want to be like on the front lines of like a war or. I mean, I guess the front lines would be online.
On this podcast, we are on the front lines of war.
We are
fighting
for what?
I
was gonna say free speech. I was like,
we're fighting for the right to party.
No,
just like that.
I'm not fighting for that right.
Oh,
specifically.
Are you anti big party?
If I was gonna fight for anything, it'd be like the ability to do what you want, like to gamble to do drugs, like to have your complete individuality, but then the government is still controlled by like, I don't know, like Bernie Sanders, Obama, Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers.
Yeah, I like Joan Rivers. I think we need more. We need two different governments. We need one government that's just like reasonable people, but then we also need another government that's like sociopaths. Like there needs to be more of a
So are you
divide.
saying
we have that right now? We have that right now, but we just don't have a divide.
We need to move more from a one government to a council. Like, what if we just like ran with councils?
I mean, like a parliament or a Congress.
No. No.
Or the Supreme
No,
Court.
like Congress, but like we have two presidents.
Congress with two presidents.
But multiple presidents.
Why?
I don't know. I have no
A lot
backing to that.
a lot of people like
politically.
talking about the Unity Party, which is surprisingly divisive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got blocked off Twitter, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Isn't Andrew Yang part of it?
Well, it was an idea by like I think Brett Weinstein, and it was gonna be Andrew Yang and then somebody else.
Yeah.
But then it was gonna be like, oh, Tulsi Gabbard and Dan Crenshaw. And it keeps changing, and I don't think it's really gonna go anywhere. And I think that Unity
See, if we had a
is a ship
council,
that has sailed.
if we had a council,
A council of what though?
like we. All right, hear me out.
A council of TikTok stars.
No, kind of. Everyone's moving towards their fandoms these days, and that's like everyone has their opinions on things in fandoms.
The Bernie Sanders fandom's pretty big.
Yeah, so like we'll just have different fandoms. Basically, each r/blank gets its own council in my New World Order.
What about this? What if Disney controls the government?
Yes.
And
If Disney made a monorail system across the United States, that would be kind of epic.
like Snowpiercer, but Disney.
Except
Except
you
the world
referenced
hasn't frozen
Snowpiercer
over.
3 times now to me, I think, since we moved in. I haven't seen
All right,
Snowpiercer.
so
I don't
imagine-
know what Snowpiercer's about.
So, like, in the future, the government releases some chemicals into the air to, like, reverse global warming, but then it makes the world really, really cold.
Mhm.
So everywhere is frozen over. Everybody lives on this one train system that keeps, like, running continuously. And within the train system, there's, very staggered hierarchy of beings. And, like, rich people eat, like, poor people. Weren't we just talking about that? Like, rich people eating
Yeah, because
lessers?
I was watching Promised Neverland, and that was like the concept of it.
Yeah.
Why is there a lot of eating?
Yeah,
Is
so
it
much
such
for,
like a
I thought it was
natural
eat
thing?
the rich, not have the rich eat the poor.
Well, I think it's
Also, I wouldn't want to eat poor person meat.
yeah, like
I
I
would
want
want,
that Wagyu beef, like the fine Japanese grass-fed massage daily,
like a
beef.
fat royal.
Yeah,
That's what I want to eat.
like eating the rich sounds like such a better idea than eating the poor.
Because presumably
Like, I don't want
care of their bodies.
I don't want my meal to be like smoked by cigarettes.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea though. Maybe I would be down for some poor person meat. It's like some char, you know. But like different,
Reset.
This is the great reset.
This is the great reset.
We're just gonna keep resetting over and over in the middle of the podcast.
What if we did, and each time like we just changed each other out for different co-hosts? By the end of it, it's just 2 strangers.
I feel like we could turn this podcast into like a crazy ARG by the end of it. That ends in us disappearing, so it's not actually like an ARG.
Us disappearing with a fuck ton of Bitcoin.
It's like a real conspiracy.
Like that one Chinese billionaire who's just they don't know where he is.
I thought they found him.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Because Wall Street Bets was like looking for him, quote unquote looking for him, and then it was like a video of him fixing like a electrical box or something.
Oh, see, I heard that someone released like from his team that he was on a vacation, but then they proved that to be false, and then I hadn't heard they found him.
I think he's okay. Could be completely wrong, but
We should just go like completely missing.
I think going missing would be fun. Did you ever read Cirque du Freak?
No, but I did watch the straight to Sci-Fi Network movie.
Oh, Cirque du Freak?
Yeah, I don't remember it at all.
Well,
Wasn't there a monkey and a vampire?
I don't remember the monkey, but the books were fantastic. The books were fantastic.
They were scary. It's
They were
very
scary.
covers.
Well, yeah, because it was about a kid that became a vampire.
Yep, I wanted to become a vampire, but like a nice vampire.
Think vampires are nice?
Yeah, I was only gonna like suck the blood of cows.
No.
Yeah.
You need human blood.
And here we go, eating people again. A lot of media is around this idea of cannibalism.
I think cannibalism's not as bad as you make it out to be.
I mean, like
I think cannibalism, and this I'm being serious, is looked down upon nowadays, but in the next like 30, 40 years, when lab grown meat is going to become popularized, I think that human flesh could be like one of the better tasting meats.
I mean, I wouldn't
Depending
know.
on how you culture it, depending on how you,
I mean, like I like pork, so like, and
what's wrong with
our
you?
fat
You like
content.
pork?
Our fat content's very similar to pork.
Yeah, I think. Well, I've never had human meat, but I would be down to try
Have you
lab
had
grown
human
meat.
schmeat?
You on that schmeat grind?
Oh, the Great Reset. The Great Reset should be the name of your first studio album.
Well, you know what it's in reference to, right?
The New World Order, right?
The new, the like reset in terms of, and I don't really understand like what you mean by reset, as in like what how is society stopping?
Are
Because,
you
like,
asking me? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, just kind
oh,
of thinking
okay.
out
Well, you said
loud.
you, and I'm like, I've never expressed
Well, you're
that
such a
idea.
huge QAnon proponent, and all you do is
Actually, we're changing the name up in 2021. It's JAnon. I'm gonna be dropping the J drops on this page. The drops. D and J have very similar sounding, like J.
You mean like DR and JR?
Yeah, like like drop and.
I don't think any word
drop.
starts with, or any word has like J and R unless you're like talking about Slavic languages. But at that point, the J is just a Y.
Yeah. Anyway, I will be doing
Jormungandr.
my own QAnon-esque drops about my own conspiracy theories on the podcast.
I would love. Imagine if you had like the power to. Imagine if you had the power to speak, and then anything you said would happen.
That's literally just the Wonder Woman movie that no one liked.
Oh really? Was that what?
1984,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
I
you were
told-
telling me about
yeah, Pedro
that. You were telling me
Pascal.
about that. Yeah.
Pedro Pascal, great actor. Honestly,
Mhm, mhm. He was
he's
fantastic.
been killing it recently.
Do you watch Narcos? You watched the?
I didn't watch Narcos.
Oh my gosh, so good, so good, and he's fantastic in it. That's where I first saw him, and then Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I saw him first. In
I was a
Game of Thrones.
little bit of a late bloomer for Game of Thrones, but I still watched. Well, I
I
watched
started
season 7
early
come
and
out.
then I lost me in the middle and I caught up for the end.
I still have not seen the last 3 episodes.
I haven't finished the last 2 episodes of The Watchmen,
Oh, that was
which
good.
probably wrapped
but
things up. So I'm just still like,
I could just tell you what
confused.
happens.
no, because I
It's
want to
nothing
watch
crazy.
them.
It's just
really.
like-
I
well,
felt like
I
it-
mean, it's like, oh, this person dies. There's this cliffhanger. The show is not going to be continued.
yeah, I heard there's not gonna be a season 2. I heard they
And it was
canceled
kind of like I feel like the show after watching Umbrella Academy reminded me a lot of Umbrella Academy, except maybe less like teenager, like angsty.
That's Umbrella Academy, more teenage angst. 'Cause
Definitely
I didn't get
more.
any teenage angst in Watchmen. I got more like confusion and blue penis.
Yeah, it's more adult angst in Watchmen and like being gay.
Do you think is teen angst adult existential dread?
Well, that's a complicated question to ask. I think that teen angst is unique in and of itself because of the way that the brain is developing at that time and how your emotional like sides essentially are way more developed. So I think that makes teen angst unique. But definitely like the roots of your adult angst are found in teen angst.
Yeah, like I feel like existential dread. Like
Yeah, a lot of the things that you have that you struggle with tend to be the same thing throughout your entire life.
yeah, I think like there's a good correlation someone could draw if they were a better psych major than you, like me, an econ history double major,
Going for hotel management.
going to be the vampire in Hotel Transylvania, played by Adam Sandler.
You should start a vamp hotel chain. That could be sick.
Anyway, before we, like, I feel like the angstier you were as a child, the more existential dread you carry as an adult.
Well, I guess I would say that depends on what kind of angst you have as a kid, or like where your angst is coming from. Because if it's just like, have you seen Molly's Game?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Never mind. But like, I think that the angst between like a daughter and the father is different than like a young like e-boy angst. Or, like, there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of different angst, or a lot of different reasons why teenagers have like the same reactions to things, like being emotional and having emotional outbursts. So I don't know. I'm not a big angst guy.
So
myself.
back to Vamp Hotel.
So would you run a vamp hotel?
I'd run a vamp. I would run like a series of themed hotels. That kind of sounds like it goes hard.
I feel like that's a creepypasta, like themed hotels. And then there's like one. There's definitely a creepypasta where there's like, oh, we stayed in this hotel room. And you probably, I don't know how well acquainted you are with hotels, but some hotels have like very specific
haunted rooms.
Not even like necessarily haunted rooms, but rooms that aren't listed.
Playing with this cup.
Yeah, you've just destroyed that cup. But rooms that are haunted, or not haunted, rooms that are not listed as available, but they're like highly decorated or themed rooms. So it'll be, oh, I can't believe this is something you would love.
Yeah, what?
But like hotels, like normal hotels, will just have very stylized rooms. It could be like more traditional things, like, oh, it's like snow themed or like BDSM themed. And I think
how do I
might
request them?
You can't. It's like it's like you wouldn't request it. You would just have to know about it beforehand, like a very like an elite, like you need to have connections to the hotel.
So like
It's a real thing.
Like I couldn't just say like a line of code like to like get like a certain room.
No, I think it's more like somebody gives you that as a gift to that hotel or something.
See, I'm just trying to get a hotel.
You couldn't.
Like,
I don't think you could ask for a specific.
like complete theming all the way around.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes me think of like theming. So, what kind of theme would you go with? Are you going with different themes on different floors, or if it's all one theme?
Different themes on different floors, because I don't want them to intermix. Like I want it to be immersive. So I don't like say I had like a vampire themed and then like an anime theme, but I didn't want them to both be standing in the same elevator. Like that's not immersive.
Mm-hmm.
Like that takes you out.
True.
So like I'd probably have to go with multiple hotels, but they'd have to be small. They'd have to be like, maybe I'm more thinking about themed Airbnbs.
That's just a house.
A themed house. I don't know. It's not a fully developed idea. I just had it 5 seconds ago. I was thinking about the new Star Wars hotel they're putting in at Disney without any windows. It's all screens because you're supposed to be in space.
Oh, that's weird.
It's like $1,000 a night to stay there, and like you come to your room and there's like a uniform laid out on the bed, and like the rest of it's basically just like role playing
with your family.
Yeah, in
a hotel room.
No, like you walk around and there's like actors who like they'll take you on missions around the ship and.
I wonder when Disney's gonna move to AI. Like hopefully before one of these so-called actors wandering around their hotels or their like entertainment park just kills themselves.
So-called actors.
Yeah. You think they're really hiring actors?
Yeah, there's an actors union. Like you have to be hired separately through the actors union to be like one of the people. Like the walk around characters, there's a lot of beef because the walk around and face characters are in the actors union, but I think the mask characters are not in the actors union, and that causes there's a lot of drama
because they're not actually actors.
There's a lot of drama I've heard between masked and non-masked characters. Like they all eat lunch in like the same room, but only masked characters hang out with masked characters, and unmasked characters hang out. Like it's very cliquey.
Because they're not actors and they think they're actors and they're like, oh, we're gonna create these cliques so we can feel like we're actors and we're better than other people. None of them are actors. They're probably gonna kill themselves.
No, there's plenty of good actors. There's stage shows.
No.
When's the last time you went to Disney?
I went to Disney.
When's the last time you listened
to one weekend that in Florida it was like 30 degrees the one weekend in like 10 years. That's when we went to Disney, and I didn't like it.
It's
Disney was not. Listen, I went to Disney when I was like a young kid, and I thought it was terrible.
Yeah, you have to come back as an adult.
No,
you have to change.
If I didn't like a childhood playground as a child, why would I like it as an adult?
There's like no playgrounds. First of all, they're closed
like
COVID.
It is a ground of play.
There's a difference between a ground of play and a playground. A Dave and Buster's is a ground of play. Many adults like Dave and Buster's.
Well, Dave and Buster's is not where I would go to play as an adult.
What? That's what it's used for. It's a bar that like has like video games.
Dave, I've never been to a Dave and Buster's.
You get like it's like an adult, it's basically adult Chuck E. Cheese.
That sounds horrifying.
That sounds amazing.
Chuck E. Cheese? Have you gone to Chuck E. Cheese?
I
anytime
loved Chuck E.
recently?
Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese is so disgusting and terrible.
I loved it
Did
as
you
a
ever?
kid.
Well, oh man, Mike and I knew some kids from in West Irondequoit, and like one of these kids was like a Chuck E. Cheese like animatronic dude. Like he would get up in the suit and like do. There are some crackheads.
Oh yeah,
there are some
yeah.
real crackheads.
Yeah.
And the things that go on at Chuck E. Cheese is their pizza's terrible. All their food's terrible. There's spit everywhere. Half the games don't work. The prizes you get are terrible.
See, like I went to the Grease Chuck E. Cheese, so you know probably a little
So
higher
even
end,
worse.
higher
That's
end.
Grease is a Chuck E. Cheese in and of itself.
But like there's a ton of fun games. I loved Chuck E. Cheese. I like all the games. There's so much going
Horizon
on.
Fun Effects is the place to go.
I didn't go
whenever
to
you get
Horizon
time.
Fun Effects.
That's because your family was poor.
Wow. I also couldn't rollerblade or roller skate. I have no coordination. I can't ice skate.
Yeah, I could understand why you'd be a Chuck E. Cheese kind of guy.
Well, Chuck E. Cheese is like the ball pit. Like
You want to go in the ball pit
But as a
at
kid,
Chuck E.
I wanted an
Cheese?
adult ball pit. I'm down for an adult ball pit.
I'm down for an adult ball pit at Burning Man, not Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm not gonna go to the Chuck E. Cheese ball pit currently, but as a kid, it was lit.
No. The ball pit sounds. There's probably like animals in the ball pit. Or
Yeah, but
there's
that
probably
doesn't matter
homeless
to me.
people probably slept in the ball pit.
That didn't matter to me when I was a kid.
So you were just allowing yourself to become dirtied by Chuck E. Cheese. You enjoyed the filth.
Yeah,
Would you say?
yeah, there were slides.
Oh, don't even get me started on the slides.
What?
Just the streaks down the slides that kids would leave.
Like playgrounds, you were probably like, you're probably like a monkey bars kind of guy.
I did like the
Yeah,
monkey
yeah.
bars.
No, fuck the monkey bars. That was
Because you're weak. Because you're weak.
Swings, slides,
Weak, man.
the fireman pole. That was always lit.
I actually did love the monkey bars.
I never was able to do them. I just didn't like the monkey bars.
Those are the most fun parts because
No, they're
you
not.
have to risk like your life.
Oh, the one where you ever had the one where it's like a zip line where it just you go down,
No,
but it's
sorry,
not a zip
Jake. I
line,
wasn't
it's a
rich
metal
growing
bar.
up.
No, it was lit. Also, aerial parks. Those are cool.
Yeah, I think as a kid, the tier list goes Horizon Fun Effects. That's up there. That's S tier. Laser tag is also S tier.
Laser tag's lit.
Yeah. By aerial parks, do you mean like areas that you could like climb around?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
but
There's so many places I went to as a kid that I can't remember like the names of now, but like different. It wasn't Horizon Fun Effects. There's some other place that was like.
Are you thinking of it's now a Clubhouse Fun Center which has go karts.
I might be. Maybe.
Adventure Landing.
Yes.
The giant area. So, for people who don't know what Adventure Landing is, aka
Oh my god!
losers,
I can't believe you remembered that.
I live up the street from it. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
And this is up my alley of shit that I enjoy.
True.
There was a giant area with just big cannons that you shot balls out of at each other, and little cannons that shot balls, and it was a giant
oh my god!
It was a giant fortress, and you were basically just shooting down on all the people below you.
Yeah. So you could just
Amazing.
shoot at.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Kids were
used to
fighting
go-
over guns because someone would want the big cannon. They'd be like, "No, it's my turn." You get pushed down.
Yeah, that was a super fun place. And then
There's mini golf. I still have
Mini
Adventure
golf, they
Landing
had,
mini
like,
golf redeemable tickets in my car.
we should go to mini golf this week sometime. I'd be down to mini golf.
It's
with Julia.
It's the dead of winter.
It's not the dead of winter. What's the temperature right now?
If it's below 20 degrees.
It's 37 degrees right now.
Okay, it's not that bad. It's still
That's
cold.
nothing.
That's not
nothing. That's
mini
nothing.
golfing
That's
weather.
nothing. That's nothing. This is mini golf weather.
And
I sent Griffin the video of his thing.
I need a heavily themed mini golf too. It needs to have pirates.
What kind of a theme? I went to a mini golf place in Florida that was alligator themed, and they had alligators. You could
live
feed.
live alligators.
Yeah, live alligators.
Alligators are cool.
You would get some bread and put it on a stick with a fishing pole, and then you'd give them the bread.
Alligators are cool. They're scary.
They are scary.
Like
I was watching a video of some alligators in cold areas during the winter. They'll just freeze themselves in the water, but then their nose will be sticking out from like so. Like imagine all of it is frozen and just their noses are sticking out.
It's kind of baller.
That's terrifying.
It's kind of baller.
Can you imagine?
You know, they're like
walking
super
up to a
fast
pond
on
like
land.
That? Yeah,
Like,
I think 30, 35 miles.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous like that.
If you're being chased by an alligator, you're supposed to run in a zigzag because they don't have good like they can't switch.
Or visual, spatial.
No, like when they're running, they're like good at running straight in one path. They're not good at like.
That makes sense.
Like taking corners, basically. So.
Because their legs are so stubby.
Yeah.
So, like they don't have any muscles to.
Yeah, like they can't like turn on a dime.
Yeah, and like it doesn't look like they have muscles built for agility.
Yeah.
It's really just for like going.
Killing.
Yeah.
Alligators are terrifying.
Yeah,
they grow
water
so
dinosaurs.
big. Yeah.
They're water dinosaurs.
Like they're just like in Florida, just huge alligators. Florida's the Australia of the U.S.
Yeah. Didn't weren't we just talking about Google leaving Australia?
Yeah, Google is leaving Australia.
What was the reason?
I don't
that?
remember. It was the same day Larry King died.
Oh, Larry King. Yeah, he's dead.
Why'd you say it like that?
I was never a huge Larry King guy.
I mean, like he wore suspenders. He had Eric Andre on the show.
He did have Eric Andre
So
on.
like you have to give him clout for that. We haven't had Eric Andre on.
Not yet.
Do you think we can fill the hole that Larry King left in the radio podcast community?
Well, I think for starters, we already kind of have filled that hole completely in his role in the media and the industry.
I mean, he was still popping off until like. Who should replace Alex Trebek on Jeopardy?
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly. It's a hard turn. It's a hard turn I wasn't ready for. Why was that the first person to come to your mind?
I was just thinking of people that were like that still surprisingly had an audience.
I was thinking Michael Caine, but like I guess Bill O'Reilly works.
No, because he was didn't he like sexually harass some people at Fox?
Michael Caine?
Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, I'm still talking about Michael Caine. I don't know anything. I don't follow Bill O'Reilly.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Yeah.
I think he sexually harassed somebody.
So Michael Caine, like
No.
What? He's perfect. Like Alfred as the host of Jeopardy, or Paul Bettany Jarvis as the host of Jeopardy.
No, I feel like we need like a hologram of somebody that was
Alex
cool.
Trebek.
No, Chadwick Boseman.
Dude, that was such a weird.
That was a sad death.
Sad death, weird and sad. Like I remember I was just chilling with.
Yeah, just chilling, sitting down, and then all of a sudden you hear, "Oh, he has ass cancer. Oh, he's dead."
Yeah, it's like all I literally just heard Chadwick Boseman died. I was like, what? And what sucks is like he didn't go public with it until like after his death. But like people were like making fun of him for like losing weight after like
Oh, really?
Black Panther. They're like, oh, like they were thought he was on like meth, and like they're like they call him like meth Panther and stuff like that. And like turns out he's just going through chemo and
Yeah.
dying, and it's like, oh wow, like that sucks. Makes me feel stupid.
Really puts everything into perspective. You could be like a super rich, successful person, but
Still be private.
Well, no, you still get wrecked by cancer.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone gets wrecked by cancer.
True. Until we stop that.
You stop that.
From happening.
You're pre-med.
No, I'm not doing cancer.
Quoting that. Should we buy a soundboard? Put in the comments if we should buy a soundboard and what sounds we should put on there. We'll put on sounds from the fans.
Fan sounds?
Fan sounds?
Yeah, like they send in like audio clips and we don't even watch them before we do the podcast.
That's such a bad idea. But like an applaud feature, I think we like.
You want to applaud ourselves?
A laugh track.
The first podcast with a laugh track.
We're definitely not the first podcast with a laugh track.
No, you think anybody else is stupid enough to use a laugh track?
What if we bought a please clap? What if we got an applause sign, like that they use at live shows, and like we just lit it up so like
is that the neon sign we get?
So people at home while they're watching us on YouTube or Spotify, they could just like, oh, it's time to clap. They're just alone.
Like while they're on the toilet at like a rest stop, they're just clapping in the bathroom.
They're like studying for their midterms. They're like, woo! Yeah! Like in the middle of the library.
I think we could go a lot of places with
We could. I think the applause feature needs to be brought to a modern media.
What's your favorite meat?
Pork.
Really?
I love pork.
Why?
Like I'm a big chorizo guy.
Pork has I like pork and I think it's a good taste, but I feel like you can get more developed meat profiles.
Yes, I
from
agree,
other
but I'm gonna
variations.
keep it a buck. I don't like steak. Like I don't like any steak for the most part.
Really?
Only recently have I started to like actually enjoy steaks. Like
Seafood? No.
I'm a big seafood guy, but that's fish. That's not meat.
Oh, but like crab meat.
Crab meat's gas. I like all seafood. There's very little seafood that I don't like. I don't like raw eel.
But
Weird
so would you
texture.
choose pork over crab meat? I feel
No.
like I would. Yeah, I would choose
No.
crab meat.
Crab meat. But like that's those are bands. Like if I'm gonna get like a fish taco over a chorizo taco, I'm gonna get the chorizo taco because it's $2 less.
And I feel like a chorizo taco would taste better than a
I like
taco.
fish tacos.
I like fish tacos too, but they gotta be like a good fish taco.
Yeah, you gotta get 'em
I'm not
fresh.
going to Taco Bell to get a fish taco.
Imagine Taco Bell had a fish taco.
That'd be revolting.
That would be horrible.
Yeah, why is fish so much worse than meat? Because it's like,
Because fish spoils faster.
but why?
That's a you question. You know about proteins and stuff. I only know about the history of fish
It's more than
and
protein.
the economics of fish.
What are the fish economics?
I know in the EU they're trying real hard to cut down on fisheries because they've been overfishing and they don't want a tragedy at the common situation.
Mm-hmm.
So you can only fish during certain times and use certain types of nylon.
Unless you're Chinese.
They're not in the EU, so probably.
Yeah, I mean the
What if
Chinese.
What if all of China was just in the EU?
That would be kind of scary. I feel like they would big dig us at some point. Cause like imagine if the EU and China were on the same side, or like if
Yeah,
the
but-
EU
but-
joined China, it would be more the
Yeah,
EU
yeah,
joining
yeah,
China.
yeah. Because I feel like the EU could like monitor China, which would be a good thing. But if China bought the EU,
If they bought the E EU,
you think how much you like? Could you think? Could you think
No.
we could buy a country? Like, how in a modern age do we start a smaller country within a country? I guess it happened. Kind of.
what?
Chaz.
But it didn't really work.
It didn't work, but like that was like I don't know, how do you start a smaller country within a big country these days?
I think
Like,
you would have to buy. Well, I wonder because could you just like buy? Like, imagine if you just bought a state. Would that be legal for you to transfer those people from living in like Tennessee, like from them living in Tennessee at one point, but then as soon as you buy Tennessee, it becomes like I don't know,
Gamerville.
So can
Assland.
you just have them live in Assland without their permission?
Consent.
Yeah.
And like how do you get like sovereignly like notified? Like not notified, like well, like in just 5 times in a row there. Shit. How do you become a sovereign nation and like respected as a sovereign nation?
Like, what do you mean? Like, dude.
Like I'm taking a history of America's first global age class this semester, and it's got me thinking recently about like thinking about after the United States like won the Revolutionary War, how long did it like how do you build a nation? Like
With laws.
yes, but especially in that time, how do you keep everyone together and on the same page without technology?
Well, I think it was easier for them because everybody that was over there for similar reasons, as in they wanted to escape or they didn't want to live in Great Britain, or like they were escaping from something. So I think that baseline of unity was very big.
Yeah, but then you have like the North and South, which basically became 2 separate nations.
That only really happened after they had developed.
It started before that.
So I mean, it did start before them in the sense that like they produced different things. Their areas were focused on different types of commerce, but that doesn't necessarily develop into like a cultural divide as quickly as you would think. Like I feel like it's not an instant cultural divide. Like obviously they're doing different types of work and different types of commerce, but the changes are more easy to see like after 100 years.
Like I guess I just don't understand how like we didn't just get like bodied by a different like after we were like pretty beat up after the Revolutionary War. Why didn't like Germany just come in and body us?
Nobody was able to. Well, I think because people saw, or other countries saw that Great Britain couldn't do it because it's so hard to fight across. At least at that time, with technology, it would be so hard to fight across the entire ocean, and they didn't have a lot of. Also, I guess Britain Maybe France could have done it because they had a lot of bases
Well,
in
France
Canada.
backed us.
Yeah, if they wanted to, if they were more friendly with Britain, maybe they would have just gone in, but they didn't.
It's just interesting because like I feel like how does this country like in Europe, because there's so many small countries, like I don't know, it's weird to me
How a country develops,
how a country
the
develops
birth
and
of
like
a nation.
yeah, how do you get no like how do you get respect as a nation? And like I don't think
Money,
I
money,
can't picture
money.
it happening in a modern age. I can't picturing like
What about Nigeria right now?
I don't know enough about Nigeria currently.
They're very entrepreneurial. They're like, I think they might be one of the richest, if not the richest country in Africa right now.
Yeah, but they're already an established country. I'm saying
they
more,
are, but they've really developed within the past 30 years.
so do you think America, England, France, and countries of that nature, Japan, pretty industrialized countries, are we on the bottom end of the industrial progress? Like, are we moving to plateau, and are we gonna?
We've already plateaued. And so is Japan.
Yeah,
Um,
where does one go from the plateau?
Nowhere. Remember, I don't know if you remember this from Apes.
I'm
But, like,
thinking about the curve, right? And then,
yeah. Once you've passed like industrial society, where where is it? I think it's before industrialization, where your birth rates are really high, but then
yeah,
like those start to plummet with industrialization, and then they just stay.
because your
Once you've
birth
gotten to
rates
that point,
your birth
they
rates
don't
are
leave.
high because you have the medicine to keep them to keep more children. But as women get more educated, they tend to have less children.
Well, what does that say about society?
The kids suck, and I want to be a teacher. um, no, so are we all just eventually? Is it our job as someone already on the plateau to help those who are not plateaued, or do we stay out and let the course of action take its part?
You do. I don't think we have any moral responsibility to help out others, but that's not to say we shouldn't, or it's not to say it's a bad idea.
Do you think there's negative effects to us helping out others? Like America going into Vietnam. What's your opinion on America going into Vietnam?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that much. I'm not that well versed in Vietnam. I'm under the opinion that based on the fact that the Soviet Union collapsed in and of itself, that makes me, and the fact that China isn't even communist anymore makes me think that like no matter how much you try and like institute communism or socialism, it's not going to work. So why fight for it? Why fight like against it?
I don't think I think the more of the issue is not the institution of socialism. I think that a lot of people force socialism when it is like the industrial progress and needs to be a natural progression. Like in countries like Sweden and Finland, where it
where it's the
wasn't
difference
like
between
it wasn't like a switch
yeah.
overnight. They've been moving more socialist over time,
and
that's
everybody
why,
wants. Everybody's like this.
Everyone
would be a good
continues
idea.
to be on the same page about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
so,
I think that's where you run into the most problems is when you're trying to force it onto other people.
like, I don't think Karl Marx was right when he said it will be a bloody revolution. I don't think it will be a bloody revolution.
I think if he wanted his specific type of communism, then maybe.
He's also living in a different time where bloody revolutions weren't as shocking. Like, I feel like a bloody revolution now is, like, so much more jarring to, at least, like, in America or
Well,
other
would it
countries.
even be bloody? Because it would just be bombs, and then everything would be evaporated.
No, because I believe in mutual insured destruction. Is that the...
Yeah, mutually insured destruction.
No, thank you.
Or MED.
I was thinking like insurance. Yes, MED. Like, I think most people buy into that idea. Like, I highly doubt.
Oh yeah.
you
there's no way.
won't see a nuclear fallout.
No.
Even if a country was nuked, I think you would have there would be more of a response for all other nations to not fight with nuclear weapons, instead invade and take care of that country and get rid of them. Any country that sends the first nuke is not gonna immediately be nuked because they're just gonna get rid of them. I feel like the human race as a whole would come in together and be like, no. Not happening.
I don't even know if any country like wants to conquer the world in the sense of having control over every
Dude,
country anymore.
that's so hard.
Yeah, and I don't think it's really beneficial. Like, why would you want to do that?
It's like,
Like, what's the point of having all the money if you own every country or like you're a part of everything?
yeah, unless there's aliens.
Like, you can already live extreme, like decadent luxury in almost any country you go to.
And like having, it's kind of, I feel like the same idea as if we all root for like the same team in a sporting event, then the sporting event's no longer fun. Like you need opposition for it to feel like it has meaning.
Yeah,
and, like,
especially true for
like,
China and their the CCP.
Yeah.
Like they want somebody to fight and to continue having.
It gives them purpose.
Yeah, well, it gives them purpose, and I think this reminds me of an essay I wrote for Mike. I think, and this also is what George Orwell talks about a lot, is that like the Communist Party or like authoritarian powers, they try and portray themselves as taking on the burden of like the greater good for everybody, and that's like such a huge burden. So if the CCP doesn't have anybody to fight against and they're not protecting the people, then they're not taking on a burden and they don't have any power.
Mm-hmm.
So then I think there would be a lot more revolts. Maybe in China's best interest to keep the U.S. as like their enemy or like the evil, like, oh, they hate black people, they shoot, there's all this crime all the time, they're storming the White House.
Yeah, I think every country needs
that's where they want us perpetually.
Yeah.
I don't think there's like, okay, now the U.S. can fall down and be
because without us, then like oh no, the aliens.
Aliens, yeah. What do you think about, there's been a lot of alien talk recently.
Too much because there's so many people who for years were like, oh, no aliens, and then like I've been out here always grinding the alien grind.
You've been out here like aliens.
Yeah, and they're like, no, you loser. Now they're like, maybe he's right. I'm like, yeah, I'm the gamer now. So
what would you do if aliens came?
It depends. It really depends. Especially first, I think they should quarantine. 14 days. No, I do think they should quarantine because I don't know. Like my logic is like they could be radioactive. Or have different.
Well, they could.
Or like it could be like bringing the smallpox from Europe to the United States, like the equivalent.
Although it would be an even larger jump from species to species. You know what I mean? It's not like Europeans giving a disease to.
That's true because
it's like a different life form giving a disease.
Because it's like certain diseases only transfer through animals, certain animals.
Yeah, and who knows? Like something that they don't even consider in their body to be a disease
more the
could
radiation.
be killing us.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know what radiation they would have. Like, why would they be radiated?
They could just be exposed to different things. I don't know. I'm not a science guy.
I don't think they would radiate from themselves, though.
First, I would dap up the aliens.
What do you think they'd look like?
I feel like I want them to look humanoid in nature, but that's just kind of like how my mind works. Cause
what if they're just a blob?
They're still chilling. I wonder if they're more advanced than us.
If they're coming to visit us.
Yeah, then they are.
Yes.
But like, if we go to visit them.
But
there's also the theory too that they come ready for warfare because the first satellite waves we sent out through space
were Hitler, right?
Were Hitler. It was a Hitler speech during World War II. So like. They only know, like, the first things they would know about our people is World War II, which is not exactly a, like, shining moment in America, or in world history.
Yeah, but I think then again, if they were going to learn our language and be able to comprehend, like, either verbally or through reading and writing, that they would have to look at such a larger sample size of our language that I don't think Hitler being the first thing sent out would really be.
Language is really interesting too when you think about it, like aliens, especially. I don't know if you've seen Arrival.
I have, yeah.
I thought that was pretty good. The idea that like trying to decode their language, not even decode, but like.
Yeah, decipher.
Yeah, decipher. Like we can't even decipher some of our own. Like there's still one more of the Zodiac Killer's letters we don't have deciphered.
Yeah, but and I think that's because there's a lot of. It's very easy to make codes that are like impossible to crack. Like the codes that you need to know, you need to understand like one specific rule to be able to crack. And if you never know that rule, like you'll never be able to crack it. Although obviously with language, like there's so many rules that it's eventually easy to figure out.
Mm.
So I think, but they would need a large sample size. So it's not like they're just gonna hear, oh, that's Hitler. Oh, that's Hitler. Wow, these guys are terrible.
What if they're like, oh, it's what if,
If they
what if
knew
they're
about
just
Hitler?
us in the future? It's just like, oh, they're at the Hitler stage.
I remember the Hitler guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, space travel. That's
Yeah, space
weird.
travel, Hitler. What else could you want?
The Great Reset. The Great
The
Reset.
Great Reset.
How long is this
What do we
episode?
got? We've got 45 minutes.
Oh, we're at 45. That's not even bad.
What are you feeling?
An hour.
You want to do an hour? All right.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about? 15 minutes.
So what are your hopes and dreams for this semester? And the podcast moving forward.
I have no hopes or dreams.
Where are you?
It's gonna be brutal. It's just gonna be brutal.
It's not gonna be that brutal.
Yeah, it is. I have to take biochemistry
I have to take
and physics too,
stats.
and I'm being a TA. This is gonna be so much.
Why did you agree to be a TA?
Because it looks good, and I get paid money.
It's not as good as being a Kimball captain.
Well, it's probably better for.
Anthony Fauci worked in Kimball. Checkmate.
So did I. Yeah, they invited me to come and work at Kimball again, but I was like,
They did?
yeah.
Like recently?
They said we're gonna bring back student workers, but only upperclassmen. And I said nothing because why would I want to work at Kimball?
What?
Well, why would I work at Kimball?
You
I'm
can
already
work on a
working,
shift with me.
but I'm already gonna be an Orgo TA.
Drop the Oreo TA.
No.
That's not gonna help you.
Yes, it is.
We're doing what?
More than Kimball. Because like leadership and then also being involved
Customer
in-
service.
I work at a grocery store and I worked at the hospital giving out food.
Yeah, you have.
So I have plenty of
scathing
customer
reviews
service.
there.
False. People love my mask.
This-
So
just the
yeah, I don't
Ecuador
think there's a
mask.
reason for me to work at Kimball, really.
I get that. I get being busy. I'm
It would
excited
just
for
be
this.
too much.
I'm excited for this semester. I'm glad we moved back in. I hope we can stay.
We better stay. If we don't stay, I'll be
We
upset.
spent 3 days unpacking this room, and it's just the two of us here currently.
Yeah, it's just a product of me having so many things.
Yeah, a lot of. I like the Resident Evil poster. It's the only one that we have in frame.
It's a good poster. And we have this frame for no reason.
No, stop the illusion. They can't see the top of it, so it could be a light.
Well, who knows?
Yeah.
I'll show the top of it.
I need somebody always. Yeah, I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to hopefully getting on a regular recording schedule. We're gonna try. I'm throwing this at Noah right now. Something about that noise and playing it multiple times always makes me laugh. 2 streams in an episode a week. We'll try for that.
Yeah, bro, you trying to get me to work at Kimball when we already got this as a job?
This isn't bringing the dough.
Not yet, but that's not our fault.
That's your fault. Well, we're trying. If you have any marketing schemes for us, drop them in the comments.
If you have any money, drop it in the comment or drop it in my Venmo.
Yeah. Should we make a no care Venmo? People are just gonna continuously request this for money. My mom was wanting to show off the request feature on Venmo to like her other mom friends the other night, and I requested $20,000 from her.
Did you approve?
No.
I could have paid for your college
I
this
know.
semester. If like no cap, that's the caption.
Oh, college is expensive.
College do be expensive. But that's why I'll be on the merit scholarship gang.
That's why I'm working in Kimball, gang. Kimball. Yeah, so we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
I'm excited.
It's the Great Reset. We're gonna have people on.
Yes, we
Probably
have
our
some new
roommates.
guests. Yeah, our flatmates.
Our flatmate.
Our schlatmates.
I'm down with flatmates.
Our schlatmates.
Yeah, we'll have them on. We'll talk
Slime
about
Will.
interesting things. We'll drink liquids. Yeah.
Stay hydrated.
We're the Hydro Boys.
We are not the Hydro Boys. We're the Hydro Boys. El Hydra.
Okay, racist.
They have a squid.
But yeah,
Is it a squid or an
I
octopus?
almost got squid ramen last night. Cause
When?
when you were at work, and I was like really hungry, I don't know, 7:30, and I saw like a Thai place that was selling squid ramen. Which I don't know why they were selling squid ramen, but it sounded good. I feel like deep fried squid would be really good.
I can't. Which one's the one that people normally eat?
Calamari, that's squid. Yeah.
That's squid. Yeah. Okay. I can always forget. Octopuses and squids. I know they're different.
Oh, wait,
they're the same in my
calamari.
head.
Yeah, deep fried. Yeah. Of course, deep fried squid. It's just calamari.
Yeah. I was like.
No, but I was thinking in my mind. I was imagining like deep fried squid, like a mini squid, but its entire body deep fried, and then you just eat that.
I feel like there's parts of a squid you can't eat.
No.
Like I feel like if you bit into an ink sac, it wouldn't. Do squids
I
have
guarantee.
ink?
Yeah, squids. No, maybe. If they do, I guarantee it's a delicacy.
Squid ink. Squid ink.
I think.
I don't know why.
I think ocean ink is a delicacy even for eating it, not even just like.
Ocean ink.
Yeah.
Sounds like you just own the ocean. Like this is Ocean Incorporated.
Yeah.
Here at Ocean Incorporated, we care the most about the aquatic sea life. Meanwhile, you're just like murdering like thousands of dolphins an
I'm
hour.
deep frying a baby squid.
You're literally deep frying manatees.
Oh, have you ever seen a manatee?
Yes, they're adorable.
They are.
They have them at Epcot in Disney World. They have
Yeah,
a
well, I
recovery
saw them
center
in
there.
real nature.
I
Not
saw them in
fake
real
nature.
nature, too.
Fake. That's Disney is fake nature.
No, I saw them in Florida
Disney's
too.
fake
But
nature.
like I also saw them in the recovery
Man,
center. I see the hurt ones.
I miss going to Florida because we used to have a condo there, but we sold it.
You know they're really soft. They're like a pillow. Like if you touch them, and they can't bite you. Like they would try and bite you, but their snouts are too big, so they can't like fit any of your body parts in there. So they're just basically like big floating pillows in the water that eat lettuce.
That they eat lettuce?
Yeah,
It's like sea lettuce.
no, like lettuce, like heads of lettuce is like
Like
one of
ocean
the, like if you've been recovering,
lettuce.
like when they're recovering, they feed them lettuce and they like bottle.
What do they
feed
eat
them.
normally?
I think like just like kelp. Like
Yeah, so ocean lettuce.
yeah, they're called the sea cows of the sea, manatees.
Yeah, they're just
Like, I would ride
like
one.
fat storages.
Is that what you consider a cow?
Yeah, it's just yeah.
I want
What's
a
wrong with
manatee.
that?
Can we get a manatee for the room? You know they grow up to like 18 feet.
What?
Yeah, they're huge.
Why? How? I saw one just like in a marina. Like we were just on
I
the
think
dock
that
and we saw
that
one.
might have just been fake news. Let me.
I don't think they can go to 18 feet, Jake. I don't think you understand how big 18 feet is.
It's almost 20. Checkmate.
Yeah, it is
Darn.
almost 20. And even closer to
We
19.
need a conservative version of libtard.
I don't know. Like con something.
Yeah, like convict,
No, that's lame. That's
slim, shady.
Look up manatee.
I looked it up. They weigh the West Indian manatee weighs up to 990 pounds, but the African manatee weighs 1,000 pounds.
Oh.
They can grow up
Get
to
fucked.
11 feet,
Yeah, 11 feet. 18 feet. That's like what, like a semi?
but they live 60 years.
Damn. Damn. That's a long time to just be storing fat in your body. Which is pretty much what you're. Are you just a manatee, Jake? Just gonna store fat in your body for 60 years. Aw. Looks like a dog.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, what's the smaller version of those? Like the microscopic.
Oh,
Like a sea elephant or something? No.
Yes,
You know what I'm talking about, though.
they're called a grizzled.
It's like it looks like a gummy bear if
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a microscopic organism.
Yeah,
There's a name for it.
microscopic bear.
It's like the sea bear.
Tardigrade.
Water bears. Yeah, water bears. Just gonna show this to
Yeah,
Focus.
look at that. Focus.
Focus.
Well, you can see it.
I would love that
Yeah,
as
those
like
were
a
Ant-Man.
macro animal pet.
No, that'd be terrifying. Like, look at it looks like there's an artillery gun on its face. It's terrifying.
No, that's sick.
So, is that how the aliens are gonna look?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they ride in on those things. What if the aliens are microscopic? Think about that. There's likely microscopic aliens
There's
that have already
definitely
infiltrated.
microscopic aliens that have like. I haven't thought about that.
Yeah, just think about like the quantum realm.
Damn. Me when I think about the quantum realm.
But you know.
Yeah, let me just. do some light thinking about the quantum realm real quick.
Sometimes I'll say things and I just am oblivious to how ridiculous they are. But you know what I mean? Like Ant-Man type, but less.
Well, like
less
Stardust, like things come from space. Well, do you think they're burnt up by the ozone?
No.
There's no reasoning behind that. It's just no. No.
Why would they be burned up by the ozone?
I don't know. Isn't it like blocking us from like?
It's blocking radiation from the sun.
It is. I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
It's not. It's not like heat. It's just.
I thought it like destroyed meteors.
No. That's like that. Well, that is the atmosphere, but it's just because the meteors are moving so fast, and they go from running into no particles in space to running into like tons of particles in.
Okay, so I wasn't
atmospheres.
tripping.
No. Going through our like layers of atmosphere will destroy things.
Yeah, so it would destroy microscopic.
Well, it's not like the ozone. It's not like the ozone. That's why it's like rocks. It's like specks of like particles of rocks or just like other elements or chemicals.
So like we should just like go up to like the upper parts of our ozone with like a net and we could
just like hit the whoa.
Dude, the first
I want to be the first
in space.
Dude, listen, Red Bull, sign me up. I will be the first person to Fortnite dance in the exosphere.
What would you do?
I'll be doing the default dance.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Red Bull, we will be the first podcast in the exosphere.
You forget Joe Rogan, dude. Why would you want that bald person?
Who? Boomer.
Oh, thinks he can go to Spotify and keep his audience? Psych. It's mine.
We're already here.
We've just replaced Joe Rogan on YouTube.
We've dominated every medium we've put our podcast into.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, I'm afraid of the success that we're rapidly gaining.
Yeah, I think I've changed a lot. Like, I used to only go out and get like one McDouble. Sometimes I'll get two now.
That's my classic orders: get 2 McDoubles and then like a water, some healthy. Cancels out the McDonald's. I have to have water.
I hate McDonald's, man.
I really don't
I'd
like
rather
it
go
either.
to Wendy's.
I really don't like it either. I don't like
I've been
Wendy's.
craving Taco Bell big time though, which is like weird. Like you shouldn't crave
Did we get
Taco Bell
tonight?
We should not get Taco Bell. Like that's just like
We're
asking.
gonna get ramen tonight.
We had ramen like 2 nights ago.
We'll get more ramen tonight.
You have ramen in the fridge.
Yeah, that was dirty that Julia didn't eat her ramen.
Oh, that's hers?
Yeah, but she said I could have it, so I might.
All right, we'll wrap this one down. Up.
Oh.
The Great Reset. Thank you for watching. As you know, like, subscribe, share. Tell your friends about that. Your parents, grandparents. If you have a grandparent in like a nursing home who's like getting dialysis,
who's dying,
getting dialysis, just put it on next.
Yeah, like barely conscious.
Yeah. Like if you have,
your grandparents in hospice care, like hasn't spoken a word in a few days.
If you know anyone in a coma,
just
put us on.
We could use the streams.
They might wake up.
We want the ad listens, so.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, do that.